Okay, we're learning the Sikha, second Sikha of Chukoisai, Chelik Yud Zion, that is, Chelik Zion. It's on page 200, actually. Page 200. We're holding a Siv Gimel. His Alachti B'Seichechem. Okay, so I'm going to give her a kitzer of the Sikha that we learned until here. What's the kitzer? The Rebbe, in the beginning of the Sikha, you were here when we started the Sikha?
Yeah, the first one, yeah, beginning.
Okay. So in the beginning of the Sikha, the Rebbe brings the machlokes in the Gemara between Rab Meir and Rab Yehuda. It says in the Gemara, whether kaimimius means like shtei kaimis of Adam Rishon. The height of Adam Rishon was 100 amas. Whether kaimimius means 200 amas. Or, according to Rab Yehuda, kaimimius means 100 amas tall, like Adam Rishon. Simply the taich is because Rabbi Yehuda is understanding that you read Kaimimius Loshen Yachid, and Rab Meir learns you learn Kaimimius Loshen Rabin. So it means twice the height of Adam Rishon. Vasapis Adam Rishon. Where does it say in the pasuk? Where's the remez in the pasuk that it's connected to Adam Rishon? So the Marsha says Misvara, it's Pashit. Also, lava, a human being is going to be in the shleimus of the height of a person. So if Adam Rishon, his height was 100 amas, that's the shleimus of the height of a person. So Allah Lavi, when a person is going to come to the level of shleimus, it's the height of 100 amas. Elamai, according to Rab Meir, it means twice the height of Adam Rishon. Okay, the Rebbe asked many questions on this Gemara. I'm not going to go through all the questions now.
Well, Rab Meir holds plural?
Yeah, koimimiyos, Lashon Rabin. Yeah. Okay, so the Rebbe in Siv Beis explained that whatever we see Begashmias, and if it's speaking about the height of a person, the significance about this Gemara is not just about the physical height of the person. It's a reflection of the real level in Avedis Hashem and Gilei Elokos that will be lost at Love. That's what we're really talking about. What do we say? What is the Indian over here? Once the height of Adam Rishon, twice the height. So the Rebbe is makdim as follows. In the connection of a Yid or the Welt, Bechlal, to the Eibishter, there are two directions. Momayla Lamata and Momata Lamayla. And the mashal that's brought in Chassidus, the Maimer, that in Ha'ara 12, the Maramakum of here to the Rebbe's Maimer, V'salachti b'seichechem, Tavshin Yudalef. There the Rebbe says, if you're trying to climb a mountain, or let's say there's someone on top of the mountain, and you're on the bottom of the mountain, and you want to meet, you want to come together. So there's two efanim. Either you climb up, or he comes down. So what's easier, to climb up or to have him come down? Obviously, if you have to climb up, there's all kinds of achonis and all kinds of things that you have to be able to climb up the mountain. And the Rebbe's Masber and the Maimer, Barich is Gedela, very geschmack there. Beruchni is what the Aveda is, Nekicha Payim, Movar Levov, to be able to climb up the mountain. Miyala Bahar Hashem. On the other hand, the Gilim Umayla Lamato, the revelation that's on the mountain to come down into the world, when you're going down, it comes down with a force, it goes in like something that's there. It comes from Umayla Lamata, it goes Gringeheit, easy. Okay, so based on this, what does the Rebbe explain? So when you meet, if you're meeting L'mayla Lamata, the one that's above comes down, or you meet L'mata L'mayla, once they meet, it's the same thing. If the meeting point happens in the bottom of the mountain, or the meeting point happens in the top. The way how you meet, here it's more difficult, here it's easier, but once you meet, it's the same thing. No, so this is Masber that that's not the case. When you are elevating yourself from below Mulmata Lamaila, because your connection to the Eibishter is a result of your Aveda, of the level that you achieved and came to that connection, so it's Aveda v'nivra. So whatever level of connection you come to the Eibishter, it's still within the framework of Mamala Kalalman. It's still connected to Welt, because it came from you, it's based on you. When there's a Gilim Mulmaila Lamata, that's the Bligvol of the Eibishter. Yes, the Eibishter's Bligvol. So the Eibush is mispashit and he's misgala to the lowest place all the way here into the world, and it comes down with a takeif. So over here, what level is revealed? Not Mamal Kalama, Seiv Kalama. The real truth of the Eibush is revealed in the world b'chala takeif. Okay, so now which one is greater? Which one of these two is greater? Yesh b'zeh ma she'ein b'zeh v'yesh b'zeh ma she'ein b'zeh. When the Gili is Momaylo, so it's the bligvul of the Eibush, the b'chala takeif. The issue, though, is that the Metzias Adam is not a keli for this. At the Shturach Garbet, he's not shaykh to it. It's not in the Tachten. It's not in his Metzias. On the other hand, when it comes from below, where the person is working and refining and slowly climbing step by step, level by level, so there's a big mile that it's the pneumius of the person. But on the other hand, there's a big limitation. It says So there's a big limitation in the level of connection that he can reach. What's the ultimate shleimus? The ultimate shleimus is when you have the combination of the two. When you have a connection to the Eibishter that has on one hand the Maila of Mumaila Lamato, that is the Bligvul of the Eibishter, and at the same time, it penetrates you through and through B'pnimius. The person becomes fully included in this, like in the case when he worked on it himself. How's that possible? How's it possible to have? It's two opposite directions. So now the answer is when you're talking about two entities and you have to create a meeting point between them, you have to create a connection between two entities. So here, there's one way or another way, either Mumayla Lamata or Mumata Lamaila. When there's a revelation of Atzmos, the Eibishter himself, with Atzmos is everything. There is no this direction, there is no that direction. This is the Mitzias HaMittis of who the person is. When Atzmos, the essence of the Eibishter, is revealed, so that penetrates the person through and through. So it has both milas. That's what it means when it says in the pasuk, "V'his halachti b'seichechem." V'his halachti is lashon rabim. It includes both mulmayla lamata and mulmata lamayla. That's in the Kudus Advarim that the Rebbe explains in the Maimer, "V'his halachti b'seichechem tavshin yedalef," and it's based on what it says in the Likutei Torah and other places in Chassidus. But the Rebbe, this is a Maimer, tavshin yedalef, is very geschmack barichas. The Rebbe, this is the Nekudah the Rebbe explains there in that Maimer. Here in the Sikha, it's extremely bekitzer, and it's not mafuret at all. Here the Rebbe brings that you have this Indian also in the Aved of Atzadik, the Aved of Baal Tshuva. The Tzadik is Mamayla Lamata, the Baal Tshuva is Mamata Lamayla. Okay, so now in Siv Gimel, the Rebbe comes back to explaining how this is connected to Rab Meir and Rab Yehuda Benigeh to the height of a person. 100 amos or 200 amos? Okay, so let's see. Siv Gimel. Oter iloi from Visalachti. Was is koil by the milas. Here, that's the fact that it says that lost lavoi Visalachti means that you'll have both milas, the mila from Yosha, the mila of the light that comes down directly from above to below, and the mila from Chazer, and also the mila of a person that's coming from below and returning to the Eibishter that comes with a greater depth, with a greater aveda, can zayin and tzvei fanim. So the fact that it says that lost lavoi you'll have the mila of both, it can be one of two ways. Ein Eifen is as the Iskalus from the Beide Milas is in Zelden mentioned that the same person will experience both Milas. What does this mean? The same person will have Sai the Mila of the Gilimul Mila, and he'll also experience the Mila of his Aveda that it'll penetrate in the Pnimius. But it's not in the same inyan, not in the same time. Not in the same, not as one. It doesn't become unified mamish as one. The same person will experience both. On euch der Reifen is a Meile Gedele b'Yaiser. Even this itself is a very big Meile. Was the Riber is eine von the Yehudim Chedushim the Lasad Lave. This is one of the promises, one of the novelties that will happen when Mashiach comes. Warum? Wie bald as Yasher and Chayzer and zwei Hofchim, since Yasher and Chayzer are opposites in nature, is the Ribber nicht shaykh itzter. It's impossible today, as the selbe Mensch soll sein durchgedrungen in alle seine Keiches von zwei Hofchizdiget Nues. To say that a person should be permeated completely in his entire being of two opposite ways of connecting to Hashem, it's impossible. Tshuva at the same time, correct. Okay, so now here there's a very strong bavarunish that the Rebbe is saying. It is shaykh that the person should experience moments where his connection is like this, and other moments that he should experience a connection that's different. It's not possible. And it's actually also possible that at the same time, a chelik of the person experiences one is in one eifin, and another chelik of the person is in a different eifin. Take a look in the Orah 15, and here the Rebbe says that this is something which is obvious from these two mitzvahs. There's a mitzvah of Avos Hashem and mitzvah of Yiras Hashem. Ava and Yireh are opposites, but these are two mitzvahs tmidius. Every Yid in one hand has to have an Ava to the Eibishter. At the same time, you have to stand with a Yireh. So you see that there has to be a Tnuah of Ava and a Tnuah of Yireh at the same time. So how is that possible? Muzayin, that the person is not completely consumed only with Ava. There is a chelik of the person that's Ava, and then there's another chelik which is Yireh. It's not completely Ava or completely Yireh. So take a look in Orah 15. Yeah.
At this time, is a Benoni.
So the Shassen Davenen, the Nochen Davenen, Rabbe is given via Benoni with Shassen Davenen. Yeah. Take a look in order 15. Kilule zais, if it's not something which is penetrating the entire existence of the person, so shayach ze gamata. It's possible even today that a person should experience two opposite things in his aveda. So the Sifri says, when it says va'ahavta, what is the chiddush here? The b'avedas Hashem, ave v'yira gam yachad. You have to have both ave and yira. It's not a contradiction. It has to be both. When you stand in front of the Eibishter, on one hand, there has to be a mensch tzitzich, and he loves and he wants to connect to the Eibishter. He sees the Eibishter as the MS, Tamur Kitev Avaye, the Eibishter is the Kirvas Alakim Li Toiv. But at the same time, he's makir, Nia Niyamoni to come and stand in front of the Eibishter. It's two ergeshim, it's two truths at the same time that a person has to realize. And it's a mitzvah. So what are we talking about inside the Sikha here? When it says that you have in the same person Ur Yasha and Ur Chayzer, what it means is that the same person, he's fully permeated with Ur Yasha, and at the same time fully with Ur Chayzer. It's the two tnuas in the same person is in everything of the person. On one hand, he's completely bottled to the revelation from above, and it's not about me. It's just a revelation from above. And at the same time, it is him. It is his aveda u'mata l'mayla. To have both at the same time, and alle keiches and alle seine keiches, that the Rebbe says is a chiddush. That's